From its foundation, the city has been a hotbed of the paranormal and the supernatural. Hauntings, ghostly sightings, grisly murders, scandalous events and urban legends. Some of it's bullshit. Some of it can't be explained. Regardless, it's my job to explore them.
My name is Pumpkin Morgue. I'm a paranormal investigator.
This is it?
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed. I mean, for a place supposedly called the House of Suicide, looks a little too, quaint.
What were you expecting? 1313 Mockingbird Lane?
No, just something a little more exciting.
Spade, if reports are correct, this is one of the most active houses in the area. Full-bodied apparitions, shadow figures, disembodied voices, and the sound of footsteps.
Yeah, I hear all that, but when I look at the place, it makes me think we're going to Grandma's and she's baked cookies for us.
Stop being such a cynical jerk, and let's just take a tour.
Hello, I'm Ann Hawkins. I believe I spoke with one of you gentlemen on the telephone.
Yes, that was me. I'm Pumpkin Morgue, and this is one of my team members, Sam Tidings.
How do you do, ma'am? You can call me Spade. And I must say, those cookies smell amazing.
Oh, I thank you. Please, have some. I made them because I knew you were coming.
Oh, wow. These are delicious.
Yes, very good. Now, Mrs. Hawkins, do you think you could give us a little background about the place?
But of course, as you know, this place is called the House of Suicide. It was built in the early 1920s by Roscoe Montana. He and his family lived here until 1929 when the stock market crashed. Mr. Montana lost everything and in his depressed state took his own life. Since then, there have been 10 other owners, and out of those 10, 7 have ended their lives in this very place.
What about the other 3?
Well, 2 of them were taken to mental asylums, and the 3rd one is little old me. Care for more cookies?
I think I'm good, thank you.
How about you show us some of the hot spots for paranormal activity, Mrs. Hawkins?
Of course. Follow me. This is the living room area. I have seen the ghosts of some former owners in this room, specifically Mr. Montana, who killed himself in this very room.
Are you sure it was him?
Yes. I recognized his mustache from his picture. Also, I've seen the ghosts of former owners Malcolm Wright, who shot himself in the 60s, and then Mr. Franks, who hung himself in the 80s. I've seen both of those gentlemen as well.
Any other activity?
I have heard voices whispered to me while I'm doing some knitting and drinking tea in here late at night.
Okay. Where to next? So what goes on in here?
Well, this is the dining room area. 2 other former owners ended their lives in this room. Late at night, you can hear the sound of a typewriter being typed on. That's supposedly Mr. Stephen Archibald, who was a writer.
Anything else?
Well, I've seen a shadowy figure move from the chairs into the kitchen.
Is that Mr. Archibald as well?
No, I believe it is most likely Orson Bellows.
And how do you know?
He was a late-night snacker. This is the main hallway. At night, I hear footsteps and occasionally screaming.
Screaming.
Yes, screaming. Along with what sounds like someone or something being dragged down the hallway.
Are the screams intelligible?
Only in bits and pieces, because it's quite frightening. But it sounds like, "Please don't take me." And I think dye hair. Perhaps one of the former owners was a hairstylist.
Could it be dye hair?
Oh, I suppose so.
Interesting. Well, thank you for the tour, Mrs. Hawkins.
And the cookies.
Yes, and the cookies.
Don't mention it. It is always nice to have visitors.
We'll inform the team about what you told us on the tour, and hopefully we can capture some activity on camera tonight.
I certainly hope you do too.
Looks like we have a lot to look for tonight.
I think Nana has read one too many horror paperbacks.
I know you're a skeptic, but you can't dismiss her just because she's old. Even if we find nothing, at least we can debunk some of the stuff and help put Mrs. Hawkins' mind at ease.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe she'll make us some more of those cookies too.
You're such a mooch. Tonight's investigation looks like it could be a good one. With the house history and the amount of reported activity, I truly believe we're going to capture some fantastic evidence tonight.
I'm pretty skeptical by nature. I mean, it's gonna take more than some creepy stories from some sweet old lady to get me believing. Most of the stuff she said, I think we can definitely find logical explanations for right away. In fact, that's what my master's thesis is about. It's entitled Mind Tricks, Debunking the Paranormal and Urban Legends.
Hi, I'm Jeannie Reed. I've been going on paranormal investigations and doing ghost hunts with Pumpkin for about the last couple of years. I feel that I have a deeper understanding to energies that people and places give off. I have a background in the New Age movement, and I feel that that really gives me a deeper connection to the spirit world.
Kurt Bloodstreet's my name, and I handle all the technical hooking up wires and going over video evidence. But this is just a part-time gig. You see, I'm in the band, Scumfist. You see, we play the hardest rock you've ever heard. In fact, we're playing this Thursday night at Hank's Bar and Grill. You should check it on out. Be careful though, people have died.
I'm Pete Staples. I'm the one who's spearheading the TV show that follows our investigations. Ghost hunting's a hot commodity right now, and if some plumbers and freak show psychic kids can have shows, why can't we? We got some potential new investors, but they want to see more ghostly activity on camera. So sometimes I take it upon myself to make the show more interesting. Pumpkin says I'm tampering with evidence, but I think that's where our opinions just differ.
Hey, Teeny. All right, Kirk. Show me the camera angles.
Right on. This is the living room area where those dudes died. We got it wide angle, so you know, we can capture any of those aspirations and some. Oh.
It's apparitions.
Alright. This camera we got set up in the dining room where those other dudes kicked it. I got it angled so we can capture that shadow supposedly just like moves back and forth from there to the kitchen.
Okay, where else?
Alright, okay. What do we got? The hallway. Alright, cool. Now I positioned it because this is where the footsteps and that screaming takes place. I'll tell you what. If any of those ghosts have a righteous voice, I may just use it for the band.
All right. It looks like we have the hotspots covered. Let's grab the digital recorders with the cameras and see what we can capture.
All right, you guys, I just want to, I don't know if anyone got this note for for the... All right, cool.
I'll be there.
Thank you, Janie. Trying to get people to experience music. Oh, that's it.
Investigation. First pass. Pumpkin and spade in the living room of the House of Suicide. We're looking for full-bodied apparitions and listening for the voices of some of the past owners. Spade, you getting anything yet?
Yes.
What is it?
Darkness.
God, knock it off. You're supposed to be looking at this with an open mind.
I am, but I'm also not an idiot. You need a balance of skepticism and openness.
I hate to break it to you, Captain Cynical, but you're all skeptic.
Why? Because I need hard scientific evidence before I believe that something is paranormal?
No, because the ghost of George Washington could be standing in front of you eating orange chicken and you'd still figure out a way to dismiss it.
I am not that jaded. If I hear or see something out of the ordinary, I'll admit it.
Get me down.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It sounded like a voice.
Maybe.
Maybe? What do you mean, maybe?
Well, it could be a voice, but this house is old. It could be the sound of the house settling.
Get me down.
There it was again.
Well, then what did it say?
Something like get my gown, I think.
I said get me down, you...
Or maybe it was get me down. It could be Mr. Franks. He did hang himself in here.
Oh, come off it. We need harder evidence than the house settling.
Did you see that? It went right to left.
Yeah, I saw darkness and more darkness. Great.
Come on now, a shadow just moved.
It's dark, Pumpkin. Our eyes are probably playing tricks on us.
Something just touched me.
It felt like something touched me too. But what? It could have been a muscle twitch.
A muscle twitch? Both of us had a muscle twitch at the same time.
It's possible.
We heard voices, saw a shadow figure move, and got touched by something. What else do you need to happen in order not to dismiss this as paranormal activity? All right. Explain this.
Easy. The old lady probably left the gas on. We built up static electricity walking around the room, and a spark ignited the fireplace. Debunked.
Are you serious? You think that's what just happened?
We're lucky that's just what happened. We could have blown ourselves up in here or been asphyxiated from the gas fumes.